Diner. Hot coffee without the toxic sludge.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to Morty's Diner. Working the late night shift. In fact, the overnight shift here at the diner. 2:45 in the morning. And at the late, or you could say in the wee hours of the night, we get a little different, well, just a little bit different kind of a customer here at the diner. You know, I don't know where these people are from. I mean, they're well behaved and they pay their bills and leave a nice tip for the servers, but not that person. No. Yeah, they're nice enough. They look a little different, like they're not from this part of the town, but it's okay. You know, we welcome all types. Well, not insane liberals, but even so, yeah, as long as they behave themselves and leave a nice tip for the server, you know, we'll welcome insane liberals too. Why not? Insane liberals gotta eat as well. Okay. So you're probably wondering, well, why is Morty up at 2:45 in the morning? Well, let's say hello first to the viewers. Hello, you. How are you doing? And hello there to Slurms Mackenzie. Great to see you. Dubs, how you doing? You having a bourbon on the rocks? Very nice. Correct. All right. Slurms, I hope Rufus hops on the panel for the next... All right, got a laugh there at 3 o'clock in the morning. Very good. I hope Rufus hops on the panel for the next 8.5 hours. Well, who knows? You might get your wish. I don't know what time he's up. Right? Hello, Mega Valued. A hot cup of instant coffee would be nice. Hey, Mega Value, you remember back decades ago? Well, actually, I don't know how old you are. Maybe you're only 15. I don't know. But remember decades ago when every diner would have Sanka coffee? And if you ordered a decaf, or in fact, people would just say, give me a BLT and a cup of Sanka, meaning a decaf coffee. And they bring you out, a coffee cup, a mug, coffee mug, and hot water in a little metal thing, and a little packet of Sanka that you'd have to rip open and add to the boiling hot water. Isn't that amazing? And then it all stopped. They stopped doing that at some point. I don't remember when, but coffee became a whole new product category at some point, and Sanka was out. Mm-hmm. Who knows how Sanka was made? I mean, that was back in the in the 60s, 70s era, maybe in the 50s, and who knows how instant decaf coffee was processed, made in the factory back then. Who knows what the hell they added to the instant coffee? Maybe nothing. Maybe back then they didn't add all kinds of chemicals and artificial shit. Maybe it was actually pure decaffeinated coffee, or maybe it was just crap. Who knows? Anyway, Sanka's a brand that essentially, I guess, it's gone completely. You don't see it anywhere. All right, let's continue. Oh, look who's here. Speaking of Rufus, hello, Rufus, channel member. All right, you ready for an 8.5 hour show, Rufus? Okay. And good morning, right. Dubsy, there is good service still available in the Western world. Well, there certainly is. in many places, that's a thing of the past. Yeah. And Gampers, wow, it's 5, what time is it? 3, it's about 6 a.m. in New York City. Hello, Gampers. Well, I'll put the invite link up. I don't know why, but I'll put it up. Then I'll tell you why I'm up for an overnight show. All right, is that there? Yeah, there it is. Okay. So, invite link is up if anybody wants to come on and talk about whatever. I think I went to bed just to lay down or lie down. To lie down, you know, around like 6 p.m. or something after a busy day of stuff. And I guess I fell asleep. It's all those drugs I take, I think. So I woke up at around 11, I think. 11:30 tonight. And we're like, holy shit. So it felt like morning, even though it was, 11:30 at night. Anyway, so I went in the kitchen and got myself a 16-ounce coffee. And now I'm awake. And I felt like breakfast. So instead of making a regular breakfast, I had a really low quality takeout, as Doc's Report says, heat and eat, which I rarely buy. I almost never buy these things, especially at Safeway. It was a Chinese food, thing already packed up, ready to go, which I bought earlier that day. It was like chicken and vegetables with chow mein. The quality of it, I would say 3 out of 10. It was edible, but just, really a low quality friendship, a low effort Chinese meal. So I had that at about 12:30 in the morning. I microwaved it for a couple of minutes, and I should never have eaten that at this time of night. It's probably going to make me sick. And then I felt, well, I guess that was my breakfast. But it didn't really hit the spot as much as like a bowl of cornflakes and milk with some fresh strawberries sliced on top. It didn't really do the same. So I went back in the kitchen and I had half a pint, which is really 14 ounces, half of a 14-ounce container in the freezer of Haagen-Dazs vanilla chip. I thought, I can't eat that at 1 o'clock in the morning after a Chinese shit meal. But so I did. So I ate about half of the, so that's about 6-7 ounces of Haagen-Dazs vanilla chip, which didn't feel right. It was way too sweet, and though I like the chocolate that they put in the Haagen-Dazs chocolate chip, it's actually really substantially good-sized chocolate chips, and it really tastes like chocolate, or as Watch Reporter would say, chocolate. And I wish they would sell that just with the chocolate, without the vanilla ice cream, because it's really good chocolate that they put in their vanilla chip ice cream. Anyway, yeah, exactly. It was some kind of deviant birthday dinner. But I really would have been better off with a scrambled egg sandwich. And, but, well, whatever. Aussie pub grub, right. Yeah, a birthday dinner, right. Dubsy had a big chicken parmy Napoli sauce at the local pub. One of the best. Wow. Yeah, chicken parmesan is always great. Yeah. Chicken parmesan, or for you people out there, chicken parmigiana. When I was a kid, we called it chicken parmigiana, but then it became chicken parmesan. Parmesan. Then I saw some TV commercial for like Kraft cheese, And the guy who was narrating the commercial called it Parmesan cheese. So what the hell is Parmesan cheese? It's Parmigiana. So I don't know how people really pronounce that anymore. Chicken Parmesan, chicken Parmigiana, chicken Parmesan. It's whatever. Same thing with eggplant Parmesan. It's fantastic. Yeah. Anytime, day or night. In fact, that's the only really good use of eggplant. Is eggplant Parmigiana, or back in New York, or any cities where there's a real Italian place, where there are real Italian places that know how to make Italian American food. A chicken Parmigiana or an eggplant Parmesan sub, like in The Sopranos. I mean, the guy who had the pizza shop, they knew how to make a real veal parm sandwich at that place for sure. You know, I would never eat veal because it's the epitome of animal cruelty, is how they make veal. But chicken parm sandwich or eggplant Parmesan hero, it's a hero or a sub, I guess. But they also depends where you live. They call that shit a grinder also. And yeah, whatever. Dubsy is 62 today. Wow, happy birthday, Dubs. We call them parmies. Okay, well that sounds like typical Australian English. Everything is ambulance is ambo, utility vehicle is a ute, chicken Parmesan sandwich is a parmy. That don't make sense. Mega value. Most restaurants use heat and serve food from Cisco. Yeah, that's pretty awful. You know, it's bad to think about that, but I guess. And hello, Gilden. Good morning. Exactly. Don't get caught up in the minutia. Just if it's good, just enjoy it. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're reading at a, a low effort restaurant, then don't get caught up in the minutia of where it comes from and how it's made. If you're reading fine dining, then you really expect, quality crafted food from the chef, So I guess that makes enough sense. Yeah. Though there's a hospital here that I go to frequently enough, and whenever I'm there, I always go to the cafeteria because they have really good food. I really like the hamburgers they have there, or the cheeseburgers. I mean, they're really good. And most of the food they make there at the hospital cafeteria is, it's really good, and the prices are also good. Doctors there, I see them go there and get food when I'm sitting down eating whatever. I'll see doctors come in and they get food, but they don't eat in the regular cafeteria seating. They have a separate room there, doctors only. So they take their food and they just go into their doctors only room. Can't imagine what kind of conversations the doctors have amongst themselves while they're eating lunch or dinner. Yeah. Probably just insulting talk about all the patients they have to deal with, all the whining crybabies, and who knows? Maybe not. So I'm having a 16-ounce chamomile tea right now, hot, of course. And I missed a comment. Where was that? I know I missed a comment because I looked at it and I know I didn't read it. Oh yeah, definitely historical day. It's fantastic. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Hello, Rich Mitch. How's it going? Oh, yeah. All right. So, I'm here. We can talk about anything. If anybody wants to suggest any topics or ask any questions in the chat, by all means, go ahead. And otherwise, I'm just hanging out. I can't really say I'm waiting to fall asleep because I guess I'm up now. And mixing Chinese food with the chocolate chip ice cream is really going to screw me up. But, you know, frankly, at this point, what difference does it make? To quote Killary. What else can I tell you about? Yeah. I didn't watch any of the shows today on the other channels, especially those channels. Today or yesterday, I don't remember. Well, whatever. Campers, Morty, why in the world wouldn't you just order from a local takeout spot? Well, yeah, I mean, that's absolutely correct, and I'll do that often enough. But I was at the supermarket, at the pharmacy, getting my benzos refilled, picking up my refill. And it was lunchtime, and I thought, well, I should get something. And so I got a bag of potato chips. I got 2 bags of potato chips, and I thought, well, that's all I need. I have enough food at home. And then I thought, I wonder what's over there by the deli section, and I saw the takeout things, and I thought, this is probably going to be really inferior quality shit, but I got it anyway. What can I tell you? Oh, and I picked up the ice cream, too. That's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Speaking of Gevalia coffee, which I've mentioned a couple times now recently, so I walked down. I don't need any coffee. I have a bag or 2 in the cupboard, so I'm okay. But I walked down the coffee aisle just to take a look at stuff, just to look. Hey, we have a guest backstage. Give me 1 second to finish this idiotic story, and I'll bring on the guest. Thank you. And I was looking. I wonder if they have any Gevalia coffee like they had last time. And they had it comes in a yellow bag, and there was no Gevalia coffee. But I did notice that Seattle's Best, which is owned by Starbucks company, Seattle's Best had very expanded shelf space. Now, Seattle's Best is absolutely puke level coffee. It is worse. It is as bad as Folgers coffee. Okay, it's that level of bad. It sounds good, especially 20, 30 years ago. Oh, Seattle's Best. Whoa, that's going to be some great coffee. Whoa, Seattle's Best. Ho, ho, ho. But it's the worst. It's chain gang coffee, It's something you would order, the cheapest coffee you'd give a chain gang. And they got but a whole bunch more of shelf space, and Gevalia was gone. Gone. They got knocked off by Seattle's Best. But I can still buy it on the on Amazon or anywhere, or a different supermarket, because I really did like their house blend coffee, which I tried a few weeks ago. That's the end of that story. All right, let's bring on a guest. Let's lower the music, first of all. There we go. And let's remove that. What's this? Morty has the diner been getting a higher than usual amount of scam calls? No, not at all. No. Must have been a 2 for $5 deal on late. It was something like that, right? I like Boulders. Boulder, that's the name of the brand. Boulder brand potato chips. They're very good. Okay, I don't know if I'm correct. Okay. Hello, Dubs. Dubsy.
Hello, Morty.
Hey.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing all right. How are you today?
Oh, mate, life's good. Life's
Really
good, mate.
Good. Is today your birthday, really?
Yes, sir.
Well, happy birthday. All right.
Thank you, sir. That's a chicken palmy. I just put that up. That's a chicken palmy from the local tavern with Napoli and mozzarella cheese. I struggled to get through it, Morty. I struggled to get through it, mate, but I tell you what, it's one of the best. Reminded me of back in...
Yeah, are those French fries? French fries?
French fries and a bit of salad to the left. I couldn't get it all in the screen, but she was about over 500, 600 grams of chicken, real chicken, mate, not the processed shit, real chicken.
Not Tyson's chicken, right? Yeah.
No.
I never saw French fries served with a chicken parm sandwich. That's unusual. Or chicken parmesan. That's interesting. I guess it
Well,
can go.
that's Aussie pub grub. We call it pub grub. Pub grub.
Pub grub, right? I guess it can go together. Sure, why not? Yeah.
And I had a bit of a flutter, and I had a win, and had a couple of bourbons on the rocks, and I went for a walk, and I thought I'll get a taxi back home, and no taxi, so I went back to the pub, and nice young bartender, she said, "I've got you covered. I'll give you a lift home." She said, "I need a break from in here." So I got first class service, Morty. What more can you ask for? First class service, mate.
Now, when you say the girl bartender gave you a ride home, do you mean she drove you home or something different?
Yes, she drove me home, mate. She said, "Don't worry, I got you covered. You don't have to walk. I'm only down the road." She said,
"Oh, I see.
I need a break from in here."
I thought the way you were talking, I thought maybe she hopped on top and drove you home. I don't know.
No, nothing like that. No.
Right. Well,
lovely young lady.
Really, you can't beat that. That's pretty great.
Yeah, a lovely young lady and a very kind act. And I said to her, "Thank you so much." And she dropped me out the front, and there's good people, even with the young one. There's good people still in the world, Morty. There's goodness out there, Morty. There's goodness out there.
There is. There are some people that are good. Yeah, definitely. Right. Yeah.
And it's an historical day, Morty. It's an historical day.
Absolutely historic day. It's phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Historical day, Morty.
Yeah.
I
don't know if Rufus is celebrating the day, but it's a historic day for sure. Yeah.
I mean, we really, they're celebrating, Morty. They're celebrating. They're celebrating. They're dancing in the streets, Morty. They're dancing in the streets.
Well, the funny thing is here in the U.S., Iranians, which live in different, all over America, Iranian immigrants and, legal citizens and all that, they're dancing in the streets, celebrating the freedom, newfound freedom in Iran. And they're celebrating in the streets in New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, all over the country where there are large Iranian populations. But the Democrats here, they're all issuing statements of condemnation against President Trump for the action he took in the last 24 hours. Kamala Harris, the Islamic fundamentalist mayor of New York, the communist Islamist from New York City, the mayor there, the Democrat, around the country, the fanatics, they're all accusing President Trump of absolute, horrible behavior.
Of course, you're going to get that. You're going to get that narrative.
Yeah, while in Iran,
of course, you're going to get that. They're celebrating, mate. Of course, you're going to get that. That you're going to get that wind from the left. It's wind, mate. That's all it is. It's wind.
Giant farts.
Yeah. But the reality is, it's freedom's flame. Well, freedom's flame.
Exactly.
Freedom's flame.
Can you imagine the great ally and friend a free Iran can be to the United States, the West, and Israel?
Of course.
It's phenomenal. I
phenomenal.
think once this all settles down, Iran is going to become, and gets back on the right path, Iran is going to become a major tourism destination. Freedom, security, safety, and the history of things to see there, unbelievable. And the food and the people. And Iran has some really beautiful looking women also, by the way, So it's going to be, and there's going to be a Trump hotel right there in Tehran.
Yes.
Tehran,
and we're getting
Trump
one on the Gold Coast. Morty, we're getting a Trump tower on the Gold Coast. Did you hear about the news?
No, that's
yes,
fantastic.
We're getting a Trump tower on the Goldie. It's in the works. It's all the pen has hit the paper. What's his name? The son, Trump Jr. He's put the pen to paper with the mayor. The mayor has dined with the mayor of Goldie has dined with the president. We're getting a Trump tower. It's all systems go, people. It's all systems go.
That's really exciting to hear. Yeah. So can you imagine a Trump tower, a Trump hotel plaza in Tehran. I mean, what that would do for the tourism, for the economy, for friendship between Iran, a free Iran and America, it would be unbelievably great. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
there's certainly not going to be any Kamala Harris hotel anywhere because she couldn't build anything except a pile of shit. That's all, So,
Well,
wow.
God bless her. God bless her. But imagine if you had it. Imagine the sort of world we'd be all dead if Hillary had got up in 2016.
Yeah.
We'd be all dead, mate.
That's right. The world would have been nuked, no question. Yeah. Right. Well, so that's great news. You got the birthday. You got a Trump hotel on the Gold Coast. The world is celebrating. Iranians are celebrating, except the demented Democrats. They're complaining. Otherwise, everything is great. Yeah.
Well, you're always going to have these complainers, the pushback from but in reality, it's hard to you cut through all this fog, and
yeah. The same thing
I
happened.
love the speech he gave. I love the speech he gave, and he said he was conciliatory, and he said, "Look, you've had enough time to negotiate.
Right.
Negotiations are over, boys. Negotiation time is over."
Oh, he gave them plenty of room to to work it out, and there's no way to deal with insane lunatic terrorists, So time was up, baby. Yeah. When Trump grabbed Maduro from Venezuela and brought him to New York to seek justice,
Yes.
the Venezuelans were in the streets cheering and dancing and celebrating and freedom, freedom.
Yes.
And the demented Democrats like Kamala Harris and the same people, they're all anti-Trump. How dare he do that?
And this one, hang on, I'll show you this one, Morty.
Yeah.
I want to nuke your stream, but hang on. If you indulge
sure.
me, I'll show
of
you.
Course. Let's do it.
Just indulge me,
Yeah.
and I'll show you something. Hang on. Let me. Hang on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Okay. And what is that? Who is that?
That's the pirate. That's the pirate. The pirate.
What pirate?
That's the pirate at the State of the Union. At State of the Union, the pirate. It's
Ilhan Omar.
Yeah, it's just a. I get all these. I get all these things off off X.
Yeah,
I get all these.
Yeah. I hope Trump fully investigates her background of marrying her brother and illegally gaining citizenship and deports her ass back to Somalia. That would be phenomenal. Strips her of her citizenship and deports her to Somalia. Yeah.
It's fraud on a grand scale, Morty.
Oh, absolutely. Plus,
it's fraud on a grand scale,
in Congress,
mate.
and she goes from penniless to she's now worth $30 million. Talk about
how
fraud.
do you go? This is what I want to know is, how do you go from zero? I think it was 30,000 or something.
Oh, we just lost you, Dubs. You disconnected. Come on back. Yeah, she went from zero as a Somali immigrant to in no time at all, $30 million net worth. Living in Minnesota. Pretty incredible, huh? Yeah, I've got to walk over and turn off the heater. So I'll be back in just 1 second. In the meantime, let me play a video while I lower the heater. Hey, Dubs.
Yeah, sorry, Mortimer. I had a little
hang on
there.
just 1 second. I have to do something. I'll be back in 5 seconds. Hold on.
Yeah, no worries. Yes. How do you go from negative 30 to 30 million? I'd love those sorts of. I'd love those ins. I'd love that sort of insider the
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Oh, she went to the Nancy Pelosi School of Investment, and
Yes.
she learned quickly.
Don't worry, we've got them down under. We've got them down under, Morty. But yeah, we had one recent. She was off to Paris, and I think it was nearly $100,000 of taxpayers' money spent on first-class airfares and restaurants and up the Eiffel Tower, and flew in all the family. And I think it went for some. It went for some reason. I think it was what was it? Some bullshit reason, like fucking internet censorship, or because we've got the E-Karen down here. We've got E-Karen, and E-Karen, she's wanted in front of a congressional hearing. I don't know how they do it, but she's wanted she's wanted back stateside to front a congressional hearing, and they've got to want it. She's the E-Karen.
Yeah, my opinion is these people in Congress or elected positions who become instant mega millionaires. They become 10 million, 20 million, 100 million while they're serving in Congress or whatever. I think they should be tarred and feathered like the American colonists would do. Tar and feather, and that'll stop it. And some people still wouldn't stop, and those people get extra tar and extra feathers.
Oh, we can't do that though, Morty, because then we're
you can't. But yeah,
we're what are we? We're right wing. All the names they want to call you. But the thing is, in a civilized society, there's due process. There's due process, and I don't understand why the due process. But then again, in the fullness of time, Morty, in the fullness of time, we will see those who have taken more than they are, taken liberties. We call it taken liberties, Morty. They've taken liberties.
Well, I mean, there are, of course, conservatives and Republicans who are corrupt, but primarily it's all the Democrats, or mostly all of them. Biden, Obama, Big Mike, the mayor of New York and Chicago, and all these liberal Democrats, just tar and feather all of them. That'll stop them. And the problem is when the justice system doesn't work, because all the people they've appointed control the justice system, the judge, the prosecutor, the district attorney. So they never receive justice because they corrupted the entire system to their favor. So, but it'll all work out. Trump is kicking ass and changing it all. So, yep.
Kicking ass and changing for the better. But listen, correct. Morty, I'm 62 today, and I realize that I'm only one man, Morty. I can't change. We're just normal folk, we're just peasants, we can't change anything. We're not in these corridors of power, the corridors of power.
Well, the way to change things is to vote Trump in for a third term.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or vote One Nation. Vote One Nation if you're down under, boys and girls. Vote Pauline, One Nation.
Gampers, what does this mean? Tim Minett chat in a relaxed form. Who is that, Gampers? Don't know what that means. Yeah.
But anyway, how's your day been, Morty? You've been well?
Today was fine. I had some ice cream. I had some Chinese food. I slept a lot, and now I'm up at 3:00 in the morning. So, very good day. Very successful.
Okay, it's 3 a.m. there. Is it cold? What's the weather doing?
Yeah, overnight it's in the 30s. Daytime it hits 50. So the weather is changing. Now it's March 1st. So soon enough it'll, be very nice.
Yes.
Spring weather.
Yes.
But for me, I like the rain and the cold. That's the best weather. Yeah.
Right.
But, yeah. Hey, look who's here. Crybaby Saggy Skin. Hey, Crybaby. Happy birthday, Dubs. With your new teeth, you don't look a day over 35. Fantastic.
Thank you, Crybaby Skin. Crybaby Saggies. Yeah, thank you. Look, you know, a man's got to know his limitations. A
Right.
man's got to know his limitations. He's got to know when to call time and, you know, think, right, I've got to get home. Can't sit drinking 40% bourbon all night.
Right.
So I've got to get home, and I was offered, you know, like I said, there's good people, like there's goodness still out there, and
Oh, yeah.
I'm a little bit overwhelmed actually, because I think, well, but you know, I'm thinking the thing is, it's growing old is not, it's not easy, but it's as hard as you want to make it. You know, if you want to grow old disgracefully, well, you can, but if you want to grow old gracefully, aging and you know, being over that 55, 60 threshold, you know, if someone offers you help, accept it. Don't knock
You're
it back.
absolutely right. Getting older is a lot of it is how you what you're going to make out of it. You know, are you going to give in and just suffer, or like myself, or are you going to exercise and enjoy life and have good chicken parm sandwiches and get free rides home from the pretty waitress, and yeah, so. Anyway, so if Trump flew after he was president, if he flew to the Gold Coast for the opening of his new hotel, would there be a good crowd there cheering, or would there be a lot of haters showing up to protest Trump? Nope. I think he stepped away.
I think we're good. I think you're seeing the greatest president since Ronald Reagan. You're possibly seeing probably the greatest of all time.
He's the
I don't think
greatest of
there's
all
any-
time. No question. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no question. If Trump flew to the Gold Coast after he left his office of president, you know, for the opening of the new Trump hotel, would he get a good turnout of supporters, Aussie supporters, or would there be a lot of demented liberal Aussies protesting his
No,
appearance?
he'd get a good turnout.
Right.
He'd get a good turnout, Morty, and I'd be the first one there waving the flag, because you know, that's what we want. That's what we need. We're seeing we're getting the Olympics soon in I think 2032. I think it's the Olympics. So
Okay.
you know, in Brisbane, the Beast of Brisbane is riding the real estate. The Beast of Brisbane is riding the real estate wave.
The Olympics are going to go to Brisbane. Wow. Amazing.
Yeah, look, the real estate has gone crazy down here. And when you're talking about people like Trump, Eric Trump saying we're going to do a tower on the Goldie in Surfer's Paradise, you know, that's just cream on the cake. It's cream on the cake. It's like back in the 80s when the Hilton Corporation came out here and they were going to do the first casino on the Goldie, and they put it on an island, and bang, straight away we had people from all over the world wanting to come here.
Really? Fantastic. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I was one of the first I was one of the first employees there in food and beverage. I wasn't in the casino side. But
Right.
yes, it was just, but look, that's what we need. We need investment. We need growth. And
you know, I remember a video Archie Luxury did 5 or 10 years ago. He went to the Gold Coast on one of his trips, and he live streamed walking around the business shops area, and the theme of his video was the Gold Coast is dying, the Goldie is dying. But from what you're saying, it's actually in a good position with investment.
well, that was in COVID times. Everything was shut down.
Maybe so. Yeah. That
It's
makes
not like
sense.
that now, sir.
Yeah, that makes
now
sense.
we've got.
Yeah.
Now we've got. Look, back in the 80s through the 90s, we had Japanese. The Japanese were the big tourists, and then we went little bit of China, Taiwan, and now we've got the subcontinent. The subcontinent is coming here. They're flocking here with their pockets full.
Mm-hmm.
Their pockets full, and good luck to them. What I don't want to see is what I want to see is, but we've got 2 more years of this this idiot that was voted. I didn't vote for him, but what I want to see is the younger people of this country, like the young person I met tonight. You know, kindness and generosity. It goes a long way, Morty.
Sure.
When you're thinking about, think, well, I might not be here in 10 years' time, but this person will be, and they're a good person. Who knows? That person that drove me home tonight, she might be the next Prime Minister. Who knows, Morty? I said to her, God bless you, sweetheart. Like, she said, that's no drama for me. You're only down the road.
Right. Yeah. Wow. Can someone wear a Trump T-shirt or a MAGA hat in Australia and not get attacked? What do you think? Can you wear a red MAGA cap and people?
Yeah, I wear a red cap, but it's not MAGA. It's a champion cap. But the thing is, we're not. Look, we've got a lot to be thankful for the United States, because when you think about when you go back historically and you think of in the 40s, 41, 42, 40, think about things like the Battle of the Coral Sea. MacArthur came here. We could have been invaded if it wasn't for the alliance we had.
Right.
And who knows? But I would say I would be all for if they wanted to make Australia another part of the union. I'd be all for it. I would be all for it. Oh, for sure. I would kick these arseholes. I'd kick these arseholes that are in power at the moment. I'd kick their asses straight out of the lodge, and I'd say, right, bring it on. We'll be the next state of the union.
Well, that's not going to work because you guys have narc down there, and we don't want him. So, outside of that,
don't worry about the narc. The narc would be soon corrected. Be soon corrected. Right. We'd soon correct the narc.
Right. Well, we have a spot.
The narc's got a lot to be. The narc's got a lot to be thankful for. The narc has got a lot to be. See, second generation immigrant. His mother his father that probably came here with a sand shoe and a galosher and a suitcase off the ship, and they were brought into the bosom of Australia. They were brought into the bosom of Australia,
it was not a Louis Vuitton suitcase.
And the narc is now sitting in. He's sitting in Erskineville or wherever he is in a palatial. He owns the whole street.
Oh, really?
Narc should be the last bloke to be whinging. He's like his mother. He's whinging about the carer can't put on the compression socks. Narc should be getting down on his hands and knees and kissing the ground that he walks on, Morty.
From what I hear, he gets down on his hands and knees a lot, especially when he's wearing those purple pants and pink sneakers or whatever. So, purple sneakers, whatever. Yeah, but I get your point. Yeah. Well, very, very nice. So this thing in the Middle East, now the story I just saw after I woke up late was the United States Embassy in Pakistan was just overrun with protesters and stuff, and so there's going to be a splashback from this, but it's necessary, and
well, he did say it in his speech. He said it's a noble cause. It's a noble cause.
This is absolutely necessary, and whatever negative splashback or whatever comes from this, it needs to be gone over because the conflict was inevitable. So this way, it's minimized, even if it goes on for a long time, with occasional, attacks here and there. Absolutely necessary that this was done. So, yeah,
Long overdue, too. Long overdue. Long overdue.
See, it all started from President Carter, Jimmy Carter. When he allowed the Ayatollah to go into Iran and didn't support the Shah. It was all his fault. Typical Democrat. Bad decision making. Right.
Yes, I grew up in that era. But look, good always wins over evil, Morty. Good always wins over evil.
Well, maybe sometimes it takes a hell of a long time, and maybe that's correct. Yeah.
But
certainly,
look, I'm not tarring everybody with the same brush. I'm not saying that everybody is in that camp is that way. But look, we're not in medieval times. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's 2026. We're not in medieval times, so we need to bring. They've brought and look. This will take a couple of weeks. It'll take a couple of weeks, and the dust will settle. If you notice, there's strategic strikes. They're not going in. They're not going carpet bombing. They're just strategic.
It's all strategic, surgical. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Surgical strikes.
Right.
Morty, surgical strikes.
Exactly. It's extraordinarily, brilliantly planned attack. It's just brilliant. Yeah. Just great. Yeah. And we'll see how it all unfolds, but I'm completely supportive of Trump and everything he has done and is doing and will do. So.
Well, why wouldn't you be? I mean, why wouldn't you be? You'd have to be a couple of sandwiches short of a picnic to not be.
Exactly. You'd have to be a deranged liberal Democrat to oppose anything Trump is doing for the country and the world. Yeah. Tickle My Talk did a face blast pass by. Thank you. You didn't get me, but I'm happy to say, but great. And Slurm, what is he? Slurm say, I believe that guy's view-botting the other stream in his attempt to get viewers away from this stream. Oh, really? You think so? Really? You think he's up at this hour of the morning? Well, maybe so. You can't rule anything out. Yeah. Wow. Amazing. So.
Well, yeah, it's great to be. It's great to see. It's great. It's historical. It's great to be alive and seeing this happening. And I hope that when the if you listen to what he said, if you listen to exactly what he said, I mean, Trump's not a dill, and he said that. He said to the Iranian people, "Now's the time to seize the moment."
Correct.
Now's the time to seize the moment. Seize the moment and take control.
Yeah. I watched yesterday the speech that Trump gave, like you just mentioned. And then after that, I saw the speech that Reza Pahlavi gave to the Iranian people. They were back to back. This channel showed them both. Absolutely magnificent historic moment. Just magnificent. These two guys and the two speeches. Yeah. And it was kind of like the D-Day invasion, where General Eisenhower gave a very famous speech to the troops and about today's momentous event. It's it's a crusade for freedom and and all that, and now the French people have to be ready, to
Is there? Can I ask you something? Can I ask you something, Morty?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? Is there room for Ilhan if she changes her ways? If she becomes a bit more patriotic?
No.
If she says, "I'll give all the money back," if she says, "I'm going to give it all back,"
well, no. If you go and if someone goes and
she seems an arrogant little bitch. She seems to be an arrogant little bitch.
If somebody robs a bank at gunpoint, okay, and steals all the bags of cash, and then the police catch them, the robber can't say, "Okay, I'll give all the money back and it's okay," right? No, they're going to prison. You know.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
she needs to be
like they used to send. They used to send they used to send the convicts to Australia on a ship for 6 or 7 months later for stealing a loaf of bread. You used to get flogged for stealing a loaf of bread, Morty.
Sure. Yeah, we can't send her to Australia because she'll infiltrate into your system and become a government official and destroy your country. So she needs to be stripped of her citizenship and deported to Somalia. That's the right thing to do. Yeah.
No, there won't be any room down under for her.
No.
I'm afraid. And look, I don't wish ill will upon anybody. You know, I'm really a pacifist underneath, and I just think if somebody has done the wrong thing, but she seems adamant that she's done the right. You know, I mean, pointing the finger, and you know, just humble yourself. But there doesn't seem to be any humility there. But humility comes with age, and.
No, she's corrupt. She's an American hater, and she's dangerous to the country. So she needs to be, sent back to Somalia. And I think that'll happen. That'll be fantastic. Yeah. You know.
Well, J.D. Vance has taken over
if Trump can orchestrate this brilliant attack on Iran, then he can certainly orchestrate deporting Ilhan Omar. That'd be a piece of cake for him. You know.
Well. You know,
like there's
I'm lucky, I guess. I'm lucky, Morty. In this country, I can walk home from the pub and completely safe. You know, I can walk down the street and I'm safe. There's some parts there that you still can't walk, but those I think those days are over. You know, law and order.
It's like that pink panty wearing. A British guy who went to meet, I forgot his name, he went to meet with Hitler for a peace deal, and he came back and he goes, I hold a letter here from Herr Hitler and everything. We have peace in our time and all that. And you can't negotiate with a fanatic, you know. So, yeah. What the hell was his name? I don't remember, but anyway.
Yeah, I know them. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, right.
Appeasement doesn't work, Morty.
Yeah.
Appeasement doesn't work.
The only way to deal with a fanatic is destroy them or put them in prison, you know, and let them get attacked in the showers. But
anyway, it's good times ahead. Better days are on the way, Morty, I think. So thanks for having me on.
Chamberlain, that's it. Yeah,
that's him. Yeah, Chamberlain.
Yeah, it's the golden age for America. That's what he says. That's what he has repeated. Yeah, and he's living up to it. He is creating it. As long as we get the Democrats under control, we get them spayed and neutered, everything will be great.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. Not for me, but for the nippers out there the nippers that are coming up. You know, the nippers. We want to look after them, so we want to lay the foundation again now for a stable world,
right?
Not a world of turmoil.
Yeah,
because they deserve that.
When we talk about the young people in your country, that includes, I guess, people like Green Room. You know.
Exactly. Yeah, the green shroom, the shroom, the shroom, right. The shroom.
Right. Well, yeah. Hopefully, he'll become a fine Australian, in adulthood, and not a deranged liberal. So.
Yes. Well, we can only hope. But look, all things being equal, Morty. I think if you're in the West, you're winning. A lot of guys I listen to, they're still trying to live that fantasy out, and they end up running back to the West with their tail between their legs.
Exactly.
East is east and west is west, Morty, and never the two should meet. Unfortunately, we can all coexist, we can all get along, but just, know where your boundaries are and don't go slaughtering 30,000. Don't go slaughtering 30,000 people just because they wanted freedom.
Yeah, I
and
think
look at what you got now.
Coexisting is not possible on this planet. There are always people who are pure evil, and populations that are evil, brainwashed and evil, and it's been that way throughout the history of humankind. So.
Thanks, Morty. God bless you, mate. Take care. I will see you in the next round.
Thanks for hopping on. I'll see you. Bye-bye. Wow, happy birthday to TDubz. Crybaby. The isolationist Groiper woke halal right. The halal right. You-you're absolutely right. Sound just like the libs in their reactions to the actions in Iran. Don't you get a kick out of these gays and queers for gays and queers for Palestine? You get a kick out of that? Gays and queers for Sharia law. They're so deranged, so mentally brain malfunction that they don't realize that the people that they support would be the first ones to throw them off of a roof. They absolutely haven't a clue. But anyway. Oh, that was a nice segment, getting to talk to TDubz. All right. So we have 13 viewers. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching the overnight shift at Morty's Diner. And I think there might be one or two lurkers out there. So let's say hello to the lurkers. There you go. And maybe the haters. Maybe the haters are watching this show. I don't know. It's very late at night, but it's certainly possible. So let's say hello to the haters and the lurkers, because they're usually always watching this channel. Doesn't matter what time of day it is. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah, they're always out there, driving around, hating. Yeah, incredible. Yeah. All right. This would be a good time, for all that alien classified material to be released right now this week. Wouldn't it be great to hear that, to see not only the fight for freedom going on in Iran, but we get to see the alien footage that Trump is going to release, is ordering to be released, and that would be sensational. Freedom in Iran, and we welcome the aliens to be with us in public. Like in the picture, they'll be joining us at the diner, And fantastic, yeah. Ah, man. Speaking of sex with gerbils, I guess some people are into that, I'm not pointing my finger at anyone on the YouTube who's into sex with gerbils, but, we never know. I wonder what aliens will think about humans who have sex with gerbils. Jesus. Unbelievable. Morty, if aliens do exist, please describe what you expect them to look like. Oh, well, my imagination tells me that if the aliens do exist, they probably live in Chicago. They're 500 pounds and they scream. That's how they communicate. Screaming and eating, shoving food in their face, and just screaming all day. So maybe they're already here. Yeah. JT, they could release alien footage, but would anyone believe it? Given AI can create anything you want now. Interesting point. There is no level of evidence that is truly convincing anyone anymore. It's too late now. You make a great point. What if they did release footage? Who's to say it's not all AI bullshit? Yes, I mean that's a very real thing. What if they released video footage or old film footage of aliens having sex with gerbils? Maybe it would be AI, and how would we know? Ah, man, amazing. Yeah, yeah. What if you have what if you're one of these people that has gerbil sex, and the gerbil's inside, giving you pleasure, and you have to go to the toilet? What do you do with the gerbil? How do you get him out of there? Let's say you had some Chinese food at midnight, and a couple hours later, while the gerbil's in there, you got to go to the toilet really bad. What the hell do you do? How do you get him out? These are things I probably shouldn't think about in any depth or even for a moment. Yeah, best not to dwell on that. Yeah, that's a great comment there. The halal right. Isn't that something? Yeah, amazing. Yeah. Man. Okay, let's wind it down a little bit. Now I feel like just relaxing for a little bit. Got the Straight Jacket show coming up soon. That's being prepared. Show about straight jackets. That'll be good original content. Ah, shit. Incredible. I guess if a billionaire, super multimillionaire was convicted and sent to Leavenworth or a psychiatric institution and they needed to be put in a straitjacket, I don't see why they couldn't order, with the permission of the penal, authorities, while they couldn't order a bespoke Louis Vuitton straitjacket, assuming as long as it went along with the prison guidelines of a straitjacket's requirements. I don't see why they couldn't get a custom-made, monogrammed Louis Vuitton bespoke straitjacket. I think that can be allowed. It has to be approved by the Bureau of Prisons, but after that, I mean, why not? Then again, they are being sentenced for punishment for a conviction or in a psychiatric asylum, and they're not there to indulge in luxury, but to be straightened out. So if I were the warden or director of the Bureau of Prisons, I would not allow that. No custom-made, custom-tailored, bespoke straitjackets for the inmates. No, they get the standard issue. Yeah, I'm comfortable with that decision. Aaron, Morty, my birthday is 4 months away. Right, 27. Domino's Pizza, fantastic. Very good. I just finished a 16-ounce chamomile tea. I'm going to refill my glass, but I'm going to leave the tea bag, 2 tea bags. I'm going to leave them in there. Push some more water. Frankly, I'd like to get that Chinese food out of my system. I should not have eaten that. Certainly not at midnight. All right. Sunday morning, 3:50 a.m. Wow. Amazing. The link is up if anybody wants to come on the panel and attack Morty or introduce some topics, talk about anything. Gerbil sex, straitjackets, Trump, aliens, anything, basically. Well, I guess if we can talk about gerbil sex, then we can talk about anything. Meaning sex with gerbils, but, whatever. You know. Yeah. Pushing the prunes. Yeah, I bought a can of what's that brand of prunes? Sunsweet prunes, and I was looking through the fridge, and they were all the way in the back of the fridge on one of the shelves. I didn't even remember they were there. They're probably over a month old, so I should just throw them out. I don't think they would stay fresh that long. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't mean fresh. I mean edible, safely edible. Right, for pushing. Prune-wise, that is. Yeah. Well, yeah, after I open up the can, that comes like in a canister or even a bag. Yeah, then after I open them up, then I put them in the fridge. Yes. Is that wrong? Crybaby saggy skin. I'd like to think that a tiny part of the recent actions in the Middle East are payback for Bill Buckley and the 1983 loss of Marines in Beirut. Right. How does Bill Buckley fit into that? I'm missing something regarding William F. Buckley. Our payback for William F. Buckley and the 80s. I'm missing the Bill Buckley reference there, crybaby. Next week they change the time again. Oh, really? That is such bullshit. Trump should eliminate all this changing the time bullshit, You talking about William F. Buckley or some other guy named Buckley? Because I don't remember that particular part of that story, Gampers. Or Bill Buckley. Or Crybaby, I mean. I guess that's not William Buckley, but some other guy. I don't recall that. Yeah. Yeah, they're sadistic savages and evil. And there are people like that all around the world. Not just Iran, the Iran regime, North Koreans and all kinds of bad people. Even in America, lots of bad people. On YouTube, too. Don't forget about YouTube. Hey, we got 16 viewers. Thanks, everybody, for watching the late night, overnight shift at the diner show. Feel free to give a thumbs up or a thumbs down to support the channel. Either way is good. Any updates on the Watch Reporter / Watch Nicholas disaster? I don't know if there's any actual updated stories on that. Gampers, I think prunes stay more plump when kept out of the fridge. Well, I agree with you on that, but when you open up the package, my thinking is they should be put in the fridge, but maybe I'm wrong. It's kind of like peanut butter. You know, when you open up a jar of peanut butter, first thought would be, well, put it in the fridge. But on the label of many brands of peanut butter, it says, do not refrigerate. So, which always caused me to think, well, how does it stay fresh? But olive oil, once you open up the bottle of olive oil, you're not supposed to put that in the fridge. And some other things as well. So, anyway. A different Buckley. Okay. Former Vietnam-era Special Forces from 5th Group that joined the CIA. He was station chief in Beirut when abducted and tortured for 18 months or so before being unalived. Iran was behind it. You know, I don't remember that. Sorry to say, I don't remember that story. Yeah, but I remember the Benghazi attack where the Hillary Clinton friend, his name was Christopher, who was raped and murdered by the attackers, and she sat by and did absolutely nothing to protect him and the Americans there. So, hence, you know, Hillary is her name. And those pictures were released of the ambassador getting just brutalized and savaged and his dead body dragged around the street, and Hillary Clinton did absolutely nothing, along with Obama. Nothing. Yeah. It's dried fruit. No refrigeration needed. Well, I didn't know that. I guess that's good information because they don't taste the same when they're in the refrigerator. Let me look this up. Do you refrigerate prunes? Do prunes need to be refrigerated? Answer. Most of us stick our fruit and perishables into the fridge without even thinking, but for a few of those items, they do more harm than good. Prunes are a great choice if you want to get healthy. Dried prunes, right? Okay. Prunes do not need to be refrigerated. Storing dried prunes in the fridge is not recommended. Moisture from the fridge can invade your container and cause mold or other issues which will ruin the shelf life of your prunes. I had no idea. Wow. Let's see. Store them in your pantry or other cool, dry place once they're opened, in a sealed container. There it is. Thank you, Gampers. See, that is useful information. Okay. All right. Floodland, hello there. In Trump's war announcement speech, he misused the word eminent in place of imminent. If regime change fails, it might not age well. You're the only person on the planet who's making that point there. Thank you, Floodland. Okay. Crybaby. I read a book about Buckley fairly recently called Beirut Rules. Buckley was skinned alive and video was sent to Reagan. If that's true, I don't know how Reagan held himself back from just flattening the enemy there. Yeah, of course we're friends, Aaron. Of course. Everybody likes you, Aaron. Everybody on YouTube is your friend, except a few people there. You know those people. History indeed. March 1st, 2026, Morty's Prune Epiphany. Well, how about that? NATO. Aren't prunes the end result of preserving a plum? I hope so. Narc loves. Yeah, prunes are dried plums. Correct. Raisins are dried grapes. And so on. It's a very peaceful morning here on the overnight shift. It's nice. Campers. A plum is how Morty approaches these streams. Yes, I think so. Dried apricots or dried apricots. That is correct. Right. See, what time is it there in Australia? It's 11 o'clock at night on the east coast of Australia. I see. Correct. A raisin's a grape. That's right. That is correct, right. Perth is a different time zone than Sydney, Brisbane, Melbourne. That's right. How many time zones does Australia have? I think they would have 3. That's just a guess. Well, let's look that up because now I need to know. Let's see here. Sydney is 11 o'clock at night. What is Perth time right now? Perth is 8 o'clock, so it's 3. Yeah, okay, there you go. 3 time zones. Is that 3? 8 o'clock in Perth. Well, that's like 3-hour difference. So 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Yeah. Correct. Currants and sultanas are raisins. Well, that is correct, right? What do you mean, and Darwin? Darwin's a different time zone? What is it on New Guinea time? What do you mean? What is Darwin? Let me look that up. Darwin, Australia time. It's 9:30 in Darwin. And that's AC, maybe it's Australian Central Standard Time. Maybe that's what it's called. It's called Northern Territory. Oh, how about that? Yeah, Darwin has a half-hour difference. That's really strange. A craisin is a dried cranberry with sugar and oil. Yeah, I never bought those. Yeah. Actually, maybe I've probably eaten those. Some places probably just throw them in there on the sandwich, and they don't tell you what it is. Yeah. Why would Darwin have a separate half-hour different time zone? Amazing. NATO, in essence, Mr. GMT's GMT is useless in Darwin. Wow, that's absolutely amazing. Yeah, somebody asked that a month or so ago, and have you seen My Dinner with Andre? And I guess I never saw it. Only a couple clips, so I never saw the film. Are you recommending that for me, Gampers? Mm-hmm. Campers, I probably asked. I rewatched it again. It's one of my favorites, but not sure you'll like. Well, I've seen some pretty boring films that I've watched all the way through. So let's see where that's playing, where I can see that. As long as if Sharon Stone isn't in it, or Sean Penn or Ben Affleck, maybe I could find it watchable. Let's take a look here. It's on Disney, Hulu, HBO Max. Where else? Tubi. Let me click that, see if it's actually on Tubi. Let me take a look here. It is. It's on Tubi. I'm going to save that, and I will watch that. See if I can see it all the way through. Yeah, it's the Criterion version of it. Wow, that's great. Okay. All right, thanks for that info, Gampers. I will give it a shot. Crybaby, credit needs to be given to BB too. If he hadn't had the fortitude to take out Iran's Ring of Fire with Hamas, Hezbollah, and dealing with the Houthis, what's going on now? Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Boy, you know, in the beginning of the attack, they took out the chief of the army, the top minister of something. They just handpicked top leaders of the regime there and just removed them. Just brilliant. Yeah. Mega value. Some time zones are offset 30 or 45 minutes. Well, that's really kind of bizarre. I guess that's an Australian thing. Amazing. Mm-hmm. Now I feel like going back to bed, which is, I should not have eaten that Chinese shit. Damn it. 4:11 in the morning. NATO, I only eat Thai food at 411. Yeah, maybe that would be better. That would have been better. Yeah. Campers. Ebert said this about it. It should be unwatchable, and yet those who love it return time and again, enchanted. Really? Well, I was never a Roger Ebert fan. I mean, I guess, he was all right, but the whole thing about a film critic is, the whole concept of a film critic is, it's just very strange. A person can have a career as a film critic. I mean, theater critic, television critic. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Exactly, NATO. A watch critic. Right. For example, you make a good point there, NATO. Now, there are people who, there are YouTube watch experts who would call this a shitter, a piece of shit, a waste of money. And this Seiko watch is beautiful, but it's only $940. So it's a shitter. Yeah. Crybaby, watch channel critics like that guy are among the... Absolutely. He's a class on his own there. No, I never cared for Gene Siskel at all. I thought his reviews were just nonsense. I mean, just ridiculous. Yeah. But when that show came on, Siskel and Ebert, I used to watch that. That would have been early 80s. Yeah, I remember watching that. I mean, it was a new kind of show. 2 movie critics talking. But, yeah. Frankly, if I were giving movie reviews on television, that would be way more interesting than either of those 2 guys were. I mean, just like for real. Absolutely. Well done, NATO, for wearing a Seiko. Great. Yeah, Warren Beatty loved Pauline Kael and lots of Hollywood types. I mean, certain types, but, I don't know. Art critics, same thing. Well, yeah, I don't know. Rex Reed, yeah. Well, didn't he? He wrote the screenplay for Myra Breckenridge. He was in that, or wrote the screenplay with Gore Vidal, or I don't remember. Unbelievable. Gore Vidal, what a fucking piece of work that guy was. Boy, I would have liked to have debated him on some TV show. Gore Vidal. There are clips of him debating or arguing with William F. Buckley. A couple of those are really priceless. And there's one of him on a talk show in New York from a long time ago with Roy Cohn, which is another excellent show. Yeah, he wrote Myra Breckenridge, the screenplay. Unbelievable. He wrote the novel, right? Okay. And did he write the screenplay? Let me look that up here. You know what? I'm not even going to look it up because I don't care. So I think maybe Rex Reed was in it, was what I'm thinking, yeah. I've never seen that movie all the way through, just bits and pieces, because it's just garbage. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, for real. "15 viewers, that means 1 hater and 2 lurkers. 17 viewers. 2 lurkers and 2 haters out there. Very nice. Yeah, there's no loom. And I normally would agree with you, but I like the watch. If the hands were loomed, I'd like it more, probably, you know. I'm sure I would. What if they loomed everything? The hands and the indices? Would it be the same watch? I don't know. I'd have to see how it would look in a loomed version. Maybe it would be absolutely killer. If it had loomed hands and indices, maybe it would be unbelievable. It would be the greatest watch ever made at that point. Gene Shalit, yeah. I think Gene Shalit, going way back on New York TV. Now, I don't remember, was he in New York or LA? I can't remember. I think New York, yeah. I think he reviewed everything with just so his quotes would be used in the newspaper ads for the movies. Because all the newspaper ads, you know, with on the movie page, they don't have, you know, quotes from Gene Shalit. So I think he likes seeing his name in the ads. But hey, I don't know. He's from the 70s on New York TV, if I remember. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, NATO, it's a 72-hour movement with the black date wheel that's in the most recent Alpinist. Oh, really? Well, nothing wrong with an Alpinist. But this looks way better. I mean, it's a totally different watch, but much better looking than the Alpinist. But the Alpinist is fine. Yeah. Why don't they make a watch, you know, why doesn't Seiko make a watch like for, where is it? For like these kind of people, they could call it the gerbilist. There it is, the Seiko gerbilist. That would be a good watch. Yeah. What time is it? Oh, let me look at my gerbilist here. According to the gerbilist, it's 4:25. There you go. Ah, shit. "19 viewers. The invite link is up if anybody wants to come on the panel and talk about the gerbilist Seiko or anything else. Yeah, no, this is indigo. The official color on this is indigo, not really blue. And I don't know if they have that on any other. I think it's exclusive to this watch based on the Seiko website how they talk about the description of this watch. Yeah. Ah. You know, I'm going to predict that Archie Luxury, he's going to be doing a show soon enough with Marcus Allen Frischman analyzing the Iranian situation. I wouldn't be surprised if he passes himself off as some kind of Middle East expert. Yep, wouldn't be surprised. You got to be joking. JT, he did it today. Are you kidding? Oh, that's hysterical. Link for Marcus Allen Frischman. No, thank you. Really, are you serious? He really did. Unbelievable. MAF spent most of today's show pontificating on the Iran war. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Crybaby, I think that your lib viewers and panelists are too busy seething about 47 to be here today. You might be right. I've got to look that up, the Archie Luxury show. I can't... okay, let's... Archie Luxury channel. Look up today's show. Where the hell is it? Okay. Archie Luxury live stream. Live. Oh my God, 9 hours ago. Unbelievable. I really did not know that. It was just logical to assume that would be, he would show up there to pontificate, as you said, on the Middle Eastern thing. The Marcus Allen Frischman live stream. Look at that thumbnail. Holy shit, unbelievable. Unbelievable. No, I can't watch that. There's no way I can watch that. Archie looks absolutely... You got Frischman there on the left, and Archie on the right looks... You got to look at this. I'm at the very start, the 2-minute mark of the show. Archie is absolutely out of it. Absolutely just... He looks awful. Look at the 2-minute mark. Unbelievable. And Frischman, holy shit, the guy's scary looking. What the hell is he wearing? He's wearing a shirt with a rocket image on it. Unbelievable. And that was a 1-hour show. Holy shit. Unbelievable. Okay, let's see here. NATO, I promise Arch will make a total tit out of himself The second he blames Trump for the Ayatollah's terrorism. Right. JT, MAF was saying he knew the Shah's heir apparent personally. Crybaby, Narc must be raging like crazy about... Oh, jeez. Unbelievable. What percentage of MAF's huge watch collection is real? Yeah, I mean, the guy, you're talking about grifters. Oh, and phony baloney guys. Unbelievable. The story he told about, or the story that came out was a long time ago. He rented a car for like a few days, a weekend or a week, and then he kept it for a year. And then they found him on the other side of the country a year later, and then I heard him say, "It was no big deal. We worked it all out. It was no big deal. It was nothing really." Talk about theft! Holy shit! It's grand theft auto. I mean, I don't know what other charges could you put on that. Incredible. Interstate. Unbelievable. Slurms, how you doing, Slurms? Well, we've got 19 viewers. We have time for a guest if anybody would like to come on. Anybody would like to come on, maybe talk about how much they hate President Trump? That would be good content. How much they hate everything he's doing. How much they hate every breath he takes. Every day he does something great. How much the people hate about it. Totally deranged. Anyway, okay, what else? Crybaby saggy skin. Almost everything Frischman says is a lie. Well, that's why he feels so at home in the watch community. Because so many people in the watch community are just pathological liars or just born liars, you know. What is it with watch streams? There you go. What is it with watch streams and pathological liars? Exactly. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Man, that Avatar Crybaby is unbelievable. Absolutely incredible. Number one Avatar. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. Oh, man. If anybody hasn't seen Crybaby Saggy Skin's YouTube page, you got to go there and watch his videos. He's got a couple of videos of that guy on his page. If they're still there, absolutely laugh your guts out, hysterical. Oh, unbelievable. Yeah, I might go there after the show and just take a look at it again for a big laugh, for a guaranteed LOL. Yeah. Crybaby 47 had a great State of the Union speech and took decisive action in the Middle East. It's been a bad week for dictators and libs. Oh yeah, well at least I didn't watch the speech. That's right, I was going to watch it the next day, but I should go back and watch that. I did see the clips of Ilhan Omar freaking out and all that. And then when Trump asked everyone to stand up, that they put American citizens over illegal aliens, and the entire Democrat side of the House, they just sat down seated. They did a close-up of Mark Kelly, the slimy Democrat senator from Arizona. What a piece of shit. They're all sitting there. Fall and winter are my favorite seasons, without absolutely every year. Yeah, since I was a kid. JT, number one avatar? I beg to differ. Mine is clearly better. That one's okay, but nah. I'm sorry, JT. Fair enough, but Crybaby Saggy Skin. That's the number one avatar. I mean, there's just no question about it. Yeah. Yeah. But yours definitely is up there, right? Hmm. Oh, I don't want to go back to bed. Shit. So it's 7:30 in the morning on the East Coast here in the U.S. People are waking up, watching the show, lurking. It's okay. I'm going to look at Crybaby's page real fast, see if I can find that. Let's take a look here. Crybaby Saggy Skin. I don't think that's his channel name. I think he uses... Don't you use a different channel for your name? I don't remember what it is. Yeah, OC's Ball Washer. That's it. OC's Ball Washer. That's the channel name, right? And do you still have those videos? There it is. Curly isn't actually stupid. Oh my God, what an incredible video. And Curly describing himself perfectly. Those are from a year ago. Those are classics. Absolute classics. Oh, man. What else does he have here? Uzi buys a honey bun. Uzi buys a honey bun from the gas station. Baba Orb answers a super chat question. Oh, that was a good one. Holy shit. Oh, man. Another one. Delusional, egomaniacal imbecile compares the deletion of his channel to 9/11. Oh, that was a great, unbelievable. Oh, you got a new one here about Jax. Oh, I'll have to, I'll check that out. Oh, here's one. Curly doesn't tell people to off themselves, according to Curly. Right. These are all great videos. OC's Ball Washer page. Fantastic. Yeah. Unbelievable. I can't play his content on my channel. I can't do that. Just go to his channel, OC's Ball. Yeah, there it is. OC's Ball Washer. Check out the videos there. They're hysterical. NATO, long weekend here, which is a public holiday tomorrow. So this is like Saturday night here in Washington. Oh, Western Australia, not Washington. Right. I've seen videos of Western Australia on of course YouTube, where the people they're in so far away from the cities in such remote locations that they have these truck trains, and they got a semi-truck cab, and it's got like 3 or 4 trailers on it, and they drive all along Western Australia into the desert, kind of, little tiny towns, dropping off food and supplies. It's their only way to get supplies from the big cities, or the big city of, let's say, Perth, and unbelievable. And these things go like 100 miles an hour, these 4 huge truck, 3-4 trucks all connected. Amazing. Yeah, amazing. Crybaby, thanks, Morty. Those are silly vids. What can I say? I'm an internet troll. Yeah, but they're extremely funny, So, road trains. Okay, yeah, road trains. Amazing. Without those road trains supplying those people in those little small towns, you know, they wouldn't have any supplies. No canned food or diapers or toilet paper, being supplied to those towns, or medicine, I guess, as well. I don't know. It's amazing. Ah. I bet you on this Seiko watch that when they designed it, they said, "Well, let's see how it looks if we had loomed indices and loomed hands." And I think the Japanese watch designers there, they said, it doesn't look the same. It looks tacky with the loomed hands and loomed. So I don't think that's. I think that's why they didn't go with the loom, because I think it would change the whole the whole watch design. It wouldn't work. Maybe. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah. Yeah, they went for a dress watch. Look, you're right. Don't want a loomed watch in a nice restaurant. Hmm. Now I'm completely fine without the loom on this watch, which I would almost never say, but it just looks right the way it is. Yeah. I was thinking, since I can't pay any of my bills anyway, and I'll never get out of debt, why not just buy the watch and put it on the credit card and, just add to my debt another $940. At this point, frankly, what difference does it make? To quote Hillary. So, yeah. Hmm. Hey, the price went up on this watch. I just looked it up on the Seiko website, and it's 900. It's showing $950. But the last time I looked it up, it was $940. How about that? They increased it by $10. Now you see, I should have bought it a month or two ago because it was $10 less. I screwed up again. Shit. Unbelievable. Hello to the Kool-Aid drinkers. Thanks for watching the show. Amazing. Ah, ah. If you pick your favorite vacation, it would be London, no question. Or first London, second Japan, third Australia, fourth Italy. I've been to Hawaii, so I would say fifth Hawaii. Yeah. There you have it. Correct. Londonistan. It's absolutely right. It's incredible. Liberalism is the cause of destruction of Western civilization. I mean, it's just as simple as that. Whether it's Europe, Canada, North America, it's absolutely true. I mean, liberals can't even explain what a woman is, or what is a man, what is a woman. They can't even answer that question. In fact, they refuse to answer the question. In fact, when you ask them that question, they attack you with insults. Call you a fascist, a hater. Yeah, incredible. What's a woman? I don't know. I'm not a biologist. What's a dog? I can't answer that. I'm not a veterinarian. Incredible. What's a stock certificate? I can't answer that. I'm not an economist. The cognitive dissonance and suicidal empathy that left-wingers have is, well, they're insane. That's why. They have a mental disorder. Yeah, that explains it all. Dubs, MAF is a has-been wannabe. Oh, he's a weirdo. Is what it comes. Yeah, the guy is just a weirdo. Fake. He's fake. Fake as fuck. A grifter. A grifter par excellence. And unbelievable. Yeah. Exactly, fake as fuck. Right. He stole that rental car for a year. I mean, he admitted that. He told that story, and then he said it was no big deal at all. It was the cops found him, and it turned out to be no big deal at all. It was all worked out fine. Unbelievable. Like, you go to Hertz, you rent a car and you keep it for a year from a 3-day weekend rental. You drive it all over the country, and oh, it's no big deal. Jesus. I mean, if he's done that, what else has he done that he doesn't mention? That's my thinking. I mean, you got to think about it. Who the hell would you go to a rental car? Say, I'd like to rent a car for a week. Okay. They give you the keys, you sign the papers, and then you keep it for a year, driving all over the country. Then when the police find you, it's no big deal. They didn't care. It was all worked out. Absolutely amazing. Have you heard Frischman's story about his alleged assisting in the hunt for a terrorist? Yeah, and how he tried to claim $1 million. Yeah, I heard that was the first time on Archie's show when he appeared. I did see that episode. He talked about this terrorist in the Philippines, and he was entitled to. Just absolutely, the guy's shoveling shit with a bulldozer. I mean, unbelievable. Just massive piles of shit, bulldozer level. Crybaby saggy skin. I watched a documentary about another bigly crazy guy that kept a rental car for a year or so. It was the UFO cult Heaven's Gate guy. Oh, really? He and Frischman probably have a lot in common. Well, that's a great question to ask him. You know, next time he's on Archie Show, give a $1 super chat and ask him if he has any connection to that UFO Heaven's Gate guy. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So I've been here for 2 hours and 10 minutes. You know, instead of doing a show tonight, I could have been going through my files looking for clips for upcoming shows, but it's too much work. It's very hard to do that, so whatever. The UFO cult leader, Marshall Appleton, yeah, that was the guy, yeah, known as Doe. That guy was totally out there. He was probably only slightly less crazy. He was probably only slightly less crazy than Golden Baba. Yeah. Well, they're both orb talkers, you know. That guy was talking to the mothership back then. I didn't know his name was Doe. Yeah, there's a photograph of him, which is just a historical, insane photo. But he wasn't alone. He had other people there who were in the cult, you know, all believing about the mothership thing and all that. Unbelievable. Oh, look hey, Doc's Report. Good morning. How you doing? Just woke up? That's kind of late for you. Usually up at 3 in the morning. It's almost 5 o'clock here. 8 o'clock on the East Coast. Everybody's waking up. And now I'm getting tired, so maybe I should go to sleep pretty soon. Damn it. The chick that was Appleton's co-leader in the cult was known as T. Pronounced Doe and T. What is sad is that almost 40 people believe their bullshit and unalive themselves. Yeah, it's unbelievable. The human species is filled with easily controlled, that's too difficult a word. Easily controlled people, by psychopaths, as reflective of YouTube and out there in the world. I mean, it's unbelievable. Yeah. Got up at 3 a.m., went back to bed, right. Link for Aaron. Well, I don't know, Aaron. I'm going to close out the show pretty soon.
Step right up! Ladies and gentlemen, see the amazing chained convict, a spectacle of sadism! Watch as he enjoys humiliating everyone he comes into contact with to fill his emptiness one face blast at a time! A true exhibit of projection! Just $5 to be humiliated by a true carnival sideshow! Get splooged and join in the true sad wonder of those that enjoy sadistic entertainment!
I love that clown voice. Can you imagine going into Wawa at 4 in the morning, or at 7 in the morning, and ordering breakfast to the person behind the counter using that voice? Yeah, well, I can't do that, but It'd be hysterical. Oh, man. Hey, sorry, Danny. How you doing? Yeah. Yeah, just hanging out. I slept all night. I woke up around 11:30 at night. Had some Chinese food and some ice cream, and now I'm sick. And maybe I'll go to sleep now. I don't know. Oh, man. Now, if I guess I could push another 16-ounce coffee and force myself to stay up, but I don't think that's going to work because probably then around 9 o'clock, let's say 4 hours from now, I'll probably be sleepy again. And then if I went to bed at 9 a.m., I'd probably wake up at 4 in the afternoon. Then I'd be totally fucked up. Those vids about those people are so good. Oh, I mean, they're phenomenal, phenomenal videos. I heard a couple of the people griping on the that other channel about what's with these stupid videos Morty's playing. They're not funny. They're not even creative or good. They're not funny. I'm sorry, these videos are hysterical. I crack up every time I watch them, especially the one with the clown that I just played. The Carnival Sideshow Freak. That was hysterically funny. Yeah. Some people just don't know what funny is, you know. Unbelievable. Yeah. Before we close out the show, let's enjoy a couple funny fucking videos. Well, I mean, fucking funny videos, I should say. Let's see. And they're filled. These videos are just filled with truths, you know. Oh, I've got a new one here. I don't remember what that is. I'll have to check that. I don't know if I've played that one. Maybe. I don't remember. Wow. Okay. Oh, God, it's incredible. Yeah. 16-ounce coffees lead to pushing a lot of water. Well, you know, I piss all day. I'm pushing water all day, you know, water and coffee and tea. And and I'm pumping it out all day too, you know, so it's good. Those vids are like litmus tests. If you don't like them, you're a that guy simp. Oh man, that is absolutely correct. If you don't like them, you're a that guy simp. Perfectly stated. Perfectly stated. And absolutely true. Yeah. Amazing. Let's just play one more and then we'll end. Here's a nice late at night relaxing one. See if I can find it quickly enough. Where is it? Shit. Hmm.
Yeah, just for a moment. Ooh, hey. Listen and close your eyes. Get ready for my sick and demented ass, baby. I'm going to love you all down. I see the weight upon your shoulders. Superchat my gross degenerate ass. You know I love you, baby. Sit back, relax, and let me blast. Uncle Curly just needs your body and soul. Let me take care of you. I've got that cotton candy vapor lips, your favorite music on. Yeah. Don't you worry about a single thing. From right now until the dawning, you know I love you, baby. Sit back, relax, and take a face blast. Let me take control. Super chat this ass and let me take control. Relax your jaw. Relax your mind. Relax your mind. Relax your mind. Just let go. Face blast that gross ass.
Amazing. Absolutely incredible. But true. It's filled with truth. See you, Aaron. Have a nice day. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, crybaby, saggy skin. This is exactly right. If you don't find them funny, you're that guy simp. Absolutely true. You're a cuck. You're a sheeple. Sycophant. Brainwashed sycophant. Delusional. Yeah. Amazing. So I don't recommend for people having Chinese food at midnight followed by ice cream. Ugh, what a fuck up that was. Anyway, all right. I can't resist.
Step right up! Ladies and gentlemen, see the amazing chained convict, a spectacle of sadism! Watch as he enjoys humiliating everyone he comes into contact with to fill his emptiness one face blast at a time! A true exhibit of projection! Just $5 to be humiliated by a true carnival sideshow! Get splooged and join in the true sad wonder of those that enjoy sadistic entertainment!
Holy shit, unbelievable. Phenomenal. It's hysterical, yeah. Morty, if lucky, I'll get a job at Hell's Kitchen in Foxwoods Resort in Connecticut. I might become the next master chef. Well, you very well might be, yeah. All right, I think that's enough of the videos. I'm going to go to bed. I can't believe it. My schedule is totally fucked up. But the good news is, assuming I wake up, who knows what'll be in the news? Probably more fantastic Trump-type news. It'll be great. Great, yeah. Well, I think that's it. So thanks, everyone. Thanks for watching. And thanks to TDubz for hopping on the panel before. See you all later. Good night.